All right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. This is John from Desert Rock Pottery. Today, we're going to a horsehair firing. I apologize. I noticed something. I'm not feeling well. This flu, whatever's going around, has attacked this household and subsequently me. And it looks like we got some flies we want to see too. So, what we're going to be doing today is I have 3 of these little bisque fire, they look like crushed bags. I got these past year by taking a whole lot of molds. I got a bunch of already fired things, so we're going to split that and then work our way to these 2 jars, tall one and short one. So I guess what we'll do is let's get this thing going. So first thing, go over here, I forgot, and turn on my gas. Yeah, pretty much a full tank of gas. And always be careful. I'm wearing my glasses. I'm gonna turn this down low so I can hear the gas. Okay, going. There we go. We have gas now. I'm gonna just turn it all the way up. Okay. I am going to be shooting for about 1750, 1800 on the old barometer here. And we're about 130 right now, so it's going to take a few minutes. So we are about safety. For the most part, I like to be safe in all I do. I have my gloves. Actually, I think I'm going to, we're at about 190. I'm going to open up the vent here. And it's still over 200 now. So as I said, we're going to be going for about 1800. What I will do, and the reason why I'm shooting for higher is because I'm by myself. So I don't have anybody helping me opening, closing the kiln and all that. So what I'm going to be doing is I will take my tongs, wearing my gloves. I will remove one piece at a time, put it on my wheel over here, and begin to do the process of putting the hair on. I neglected to bring a handheld temperature gauge, infrared. Wasn't even thinking about it, so what I'm going to do is I'll just kind of guess. What I want to be really careful about is having any thermal shock. This is just regular old poured bisqueware. I just saw there's a little thing, but this is all stuff I got for free. One of the things, the embellishments, so I have a couple things. I got one package of horsehair that says 2 packs of 31 to 31.5 inch horsehair classic black. All this, and I'm not being sponsored by, but all this actually came from Amazon.com. And natural goose feathers. Got 100 natural goose feathers. For these pieces, this should be fine. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these up. And we're 665 right now on the temperature gauge. So I'm going to open up a pack and get another pack. So let's see, okay. Oh, here we go. There we go. So they're actually upside down in here. The only thing I want to do, put maybe 2 feathers for each piece, get them out here ahead of time. Hopefully, wind will be kind to us. Okay, I pulled 6 feathers out. And I'm hoping that will be enough. The horsehair, actually, normally I would do this with having like an upside down one of these. This one's black from all the raku firing. It puts a lot of tar type stuff. I'm not going to touch it because it's still sticky. I can see that. But you'd have sand in this. This would be upside down or something like this. Fill it up with sand, then have a piece sit on the sand. Hopefully this will be good enough. But I paid for the mold, so all these pieces are extra, are just free. So let's see, where are we at right now? 985. Oh, wow, that's pretty darn awesome. I'm guessing, looks like they got it melted here at the end. There's some kind of banding here, so I'll probably just pull off, because it's hair after all. So I'll just pull off what I need, and I'm gonna keep this pretty close to where I need it. And I can just pull off pieces and go as I need them. This one right here on the banding wheel. The last thing I'm going to be using is sugar. Now, I probably could have just thrown that in there. It looked like a small piece of hair, but sprinkle it on. It gives like little spotty, black spots on it. Also, you can put it on the inside. It's really neat when you first do it, and when it's still really hot, you put it on the inside. It'll kind of flare up, little magic show. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see that from here. Okay, we're at about 1150 with the temperature, but it's really interesting. So after we do these first 3 pieces, and I will put them aside, we will go and fire these 2 pieces, and I'm thinking that we will fire them with the lid on, which means I will have to bring them, and that's right there. That's a good example of what not to do. So we will not fire them with the lids on, because exactly of that. But what I will do is I'll carry them over here. 1 and 2, and put the lid on it. There we go. Hope it works like that. When I'm putting the horsehair, I'm going to drape it. I want it to actually look like there's a continuation from top to bottom. So, good thing I kind of practiced that. So we should be able to do 2. Okay, we're about 1280 from what I've used. And I've actually done horsehair before, as far as putting it on, all that. In fact, Marjan Ceramics, again, not my supplier, but not an advertiser. I'm not getting paid for anything. Wonderful company. They're a major supplier here in Phoenix, other than I think going online. But once a year they hold their annual open house and clay Olympics. So, what was I saying? Cheat! brain fart. Anyways, but I've done it there at the Clay Olympics open house. So, but the problem is I've never actually done the firing. And what in my learning here, because I'm still always learning, what I'm finding is that the different types of firing require different temperatures, and I'm referring to just the raku type. So your Ovara, regular raku, naked raku, sagger, foil sagger, and horsehair. Those are the ones that I pretty much deal with. I'm sure there's other ones that I'm missing, but those are the ones that I'm concerned. So it looks like it's kind of creeping now. So I'm gonna close this flue. It's at 1400 now. But as I said, I really want this to keep kind of keep its heat. So once I take the stuff out, I mean, I'll take put it on the side, take the piece out, and then put the top back on. Maybe turn down the heat to keep it somewhat warm, but that's how I think I want to do it. So we're at 1432. 35, 36. And I'm going to turn that all the way up. 48, 49, 50. Not sure if we're going to get to even 1700, let alone 18. But this is the basic process. The one thing I've learned, or I am still learning, is most every process requires a good dose of patience. So, that being said, I need to show patience. I hope and pray that you can also show patience. This is a live broadcast. We're going basically start, other than me putting the pieces on at the very beginning. So we're basically going from start to finished product. Once we get these pieces, the second set of pieces in the kiln, eventually we're going to watch for the other pieces to cool down a little bit. I'll probably be using gloves because they're still going to be, they take a while to cool off, you know, at least 15 minutes, if not longer. And that's just my guess. It's been a while. So this is where we're at. Okay, we're at 1500. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley. If you may notice I'm not feeling great, so I apologize. I think I said this already. If I cough or something, at least you know, being in internet land, that you're not going to catch my germs. I can't guarantee you won't catch a virus from somewhere else, but not from me and not from my videos. That's a joke. Okay, hopefully you got it. When I walked out here today, and I got the 3 cans here. I'm not sure. Let me see if you can see the cans. Turn this. So 2 to the left, and then one has the kiln shelf on it, and that's where I'm going to be basically working. So, but the cans, it all smells like smoke. Done a lot of smoky things here, so I'm just going to lock this bad boy back up. Again, yeah, because I am alone, I'm doing this by myself. This would be much easier if I had, you know, 2, 3 people helping me. This one isn't as bad. Ovara is not bad at all. You know, it's basically you take it from the kiln, dunk it in the brew, which I hope to do pretty soon. I'm thinking maybe next month. missed a month, and actually I missed a couple of months, so I'm just kind of getting back. It's still nice out. I'm not sure what the temperature is. Let's see if I can find the weather here. Okay, we're at 1600 now. Okay. Oh, they update apps, and then I have to start over and go to the app on the phone, which I can't do right now. So, anyway, 1610. I'm really kind of antsy to do this. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove there. This right here. The reason I wanted to do that when I start putting the horsehair, because I have it so low. Right now I don't have anything built up, which I got some ideas on that, how I'm going to have to build something or buy something that I can convert to have the sand on the top, so I can actually stand and do this. But for this moment, what I'm going to do is, so I'll put the piece on, put the cover back on, and then start working with it. Actually, I'm going to put the sugar over here as well. Hopefully I don't spill my sugar. I know I'm sweet enough. So 1665 is our current temperature. I'm almost tempted to just, because I have to put the gloves on anyways for to lift the handle. These handles are going to be hot. I'm almost tempted, just because this doesn't have glaze on it, lift, put it aside, and then not sure if you see this in flame. I can see it right over coming up here. I don't want to look inside because I do not have my protective goggles with me, so I'm going to be careful about looking inside. Okay, we just hit 17, 17, 14, 17, 15, 16, 17, 17, 17, 17, 18, 17, 19. I saw some smoke coming up from the kiln. Now, these pieces, again, these are roughly, I would say these are more throwaway pieces. They look real nice. I've done one of these pieces in a regular raku. But if it breaks, I'm not going to be too heartbroken. I mean, they're probably, who knows, 5 cents worth, so everything is a learning. Even if it's $1, $10, everything is a learning experience. And 1770. I think this is pretty good. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to leave the gas going so I don't have to keep on lighting it. 1770. Okay, so it's starting to go down. So let's see. I have to look this straight up. Whew. One of them looks like it had glaze on it. So I'm not going to mess with that one. Let me keep firing that. Now that I have it, and one of the reasons I use my wheel here, well, first let's, woo! Opa! There we go, there we go. One of the reasons I'm using the wheel here, yeah. One of the problems, I'm sorry, I'm going to get off track there. One of the problems is you don't want to put it on too soon. You put it on too soon, then it just will snap. I think it's still actually too hot. It's literally melting, it's not even sticking. And it could also be just whatever clay or slip was used for this, so okay, I put more sugar and it didn't flare up, so the other thing is that this just could be, I'm not getting the results that I want. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm almost wondering if this is synthetic. One thing I probably could have done, see, it's not even, it's already cooled down too much, I think. So, I can put it back and cook a little bit. Well, let me see where we're at here. $16.74, so it's going to go down. For my safety, I'll just turn it down a little bit. Wow. Oops. That's what I was afraid of. I don't know if you heard that crackling sound. That's thermal shock. It's going from a cooler state to a hotter state, or a hotter state to a cooler state. So I'm not going to. Okay, so let's do this quickly. That's a little bit better. I think I just went too slow. Pardon my hands. And even the heat is transferring. Even the heat is transferring to the wheel here. Yeah, see it really cools pretty darn quickly. Not at all what I was hoping for, but it's something. And again, this is a learning experience. Now, the nice thing about doing this type of artwork, as I understand, is that you can basically erase all your work by just putting it back in and let it basically burns off. At least that's my understanding. Yeah. Even this is kind of warm here. I picked this one up at Marjan's a few years ago as a used piece. Okay. I am curious to see what kind of glaze it is on that one piece. It looks like a glaze. It's acting like there's something on it. It's not It's 1570. I'm gonna kick that gas up. I have these little 20-pound gas cylinders. And I'll, sorry. So I have two. One is empty. The one against the wall is empty. The one with the hose is my current. So we're at 1584 in temperature, and we're just gonna keep on trying this. Try to move myself into the picture a little bit more. I need to sit down. One of the challenges about having certain physical impairments. Okay, we're at almost 1600. This chair is actually sinking into the sand, into the ground. So this is not the best thing to sit on. So I will just reel down. It gets a little warm here. This is why I like to do this stuff, not during the hot summer months. At least we actually have a little bit of a breeze here. So 1608. I'm going to open up that flue. Oh, and as soon as I opened up the flue, it started jumping up. 1630, 1640, 1650, almost 16. Oh, just stopped at 49. It was 48, 47. Open up a little bit more. 50, 51. So I pretty much have it open 100%. 54. That's the other thing about doing this, is learning how much oxygen you want to enter into the mix. There's oxygen coming up from the bottom where the pipe goes in, shoots a flame upwards. And then there's maybe a little bit of oxygen coming in through here. And then what's not being forced out is probably being drawn back in here. Okay, 1687. And this is why I wanted to go up to 18. This is still a little, I can touch it, but I can't hold my hand there. Let's see if we can get behind the camera so I can see what I'm doing here, but I'm not sure how well this sees. You can see where a lot of the sugar carbonized on the bottom. And then here's the one feather, and this is the other feather. So it'll be good. I'll put it on my little table over here. So again, getting ready. We're at 1738. $17.45. I will play with the flue. 50, 51, from 38 to 51, 52, 53. So closing it up sometimes helps. 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. So we are steadily moving upwards. And then when it stalls, either I'll close the flue more or open it up more, just to see what happens. If I close it and I see it start going down, I'll open it up again and open it up even more than it was. 1777, 78, 81, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Start closing that floor. See what happens. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 18. Okay. Shut down the gas a little bit. Yep. And that's what I thought. So, let me take this I knew I had a problem. I heard the cracking and don't want to get too close because it's hot, but there's definitely a big crack right down the side there. So I'm just gonna let that. I think actually this one, I don't know what this is. That is pretty darn cool. So I'm actually gonna shut it off completely, and I'm just actually gonna let this. Pretty darn cool. I'm wondering, let me see. This is a tool somebody made by hand. I wonder if I can do this one. real quick. Hold on, let me. Okay. Let's see. Will it take any of the hair or feathers? Let's see. I'm having a little bit of tangling, but nothing really to be too concerned about that. This is, I have no idea what was on this, and I probably will never know because the person that actually had this, not the real estate investor that I bought it from, passed away. Let's see, that quick. I believe with these type of pieces, they have to be a little bit thicker and maybe a different. Should have done that first, but I didn't. There's a little smoke coming out, so it looks actually kind of pretty cool. I'm doing a show tomorrow, and well, Fly wants to get by. You go, Mr. Fly, you're going to get stuck and be a permanent fixture on this artistic piece. It's too hot and I don't want to have it like, you know, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this one off. Put it on that other one. This is probably going to fall apart. Oh, but it didn't. Ah, yes it is. Okay. There we go. There's the bottom. Came out from right down the side. I would normally want to just try to destroy this, but what I do not want is to get any sharp or hot shards on me. So, shall we try the other ones knowing how these came out? I'm not so convinced. I think I might use a different technique. Maybe Ovara. I don't like Ovara for this, but Sager. Sager seems to work really, really well. So I think I'm just going to save these two pieces for that and call it a night. So let's get up. Oop. So, I don't know that I really want to touch this piece. Maybe by the rim. So you can see what I'm seeing. There's my attempt. And even you can see there's actually a gloss. So there's some kind of glaze on here. And then I'll do this on the inside. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm going to try to step around. Camera. So it actually looks pretty darn cool, but I don't know what was used, so it's not something that I can really replicate. So today we got, actually this is number one, little carbon there, little carbon here, fluorocarbon on the inside. This is number 1. And then this is number 2. 1, 2, and 3. Which is your favorite? Please put that down in the comments below. So, I step back because the camera has to be, for this type of video, has to be faced the other way. So I have no idea if I'm in frame. But this has been John, Desert Rock Pottery, thanking you again for joining us today in this live broadcast. If you're watching this as a uploaded broadcast on Facebook or wherever, again, thank you for watching. So just have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.